So we're moving right along, and I'm going to test this now. I'm going to have this print out the components. I got to figure out how these components work. A value. And this should have, I should just have an array with a standard class object items for image and text. Okay, so there's one. I got the key is 0. I've got that component, and I should have a text component. Do I not have a text component? Why the hell don't I have the text component? Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Key is post. Okay. So I've got to have. Now, how am I going to do this? Components equals. Okay, so my components array is going to be, I'm going to have to do this. How do I do this? Okay, I might have, let's see, how am I going to do this? I've got my components array resetting every time. I might have to do this in separate. I want to have to do this in separate exercises here. That's what I'm realizing. Trouble thinking. I got to do something here. I got to get to keep this components array from. No, that should be right. That why is this not working? Okay, yeah, so I've got image, nope. Had this. Okay, so actually what I have to do is I'm going to have to create a new array, because what I'm realizing here is what I'm doing here in this loop is this components array is resetting every time, and I can only store one value in it because of that. But that's how it's supposed to be. Why is this doing this? Because it's going to be components, and the components and this array is what is resetting. That's the problem. Okay, and so what we'll do here is here. What we can do is we can have components. We'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. Components key. We'll stop this from that should fix it. That should fix it completely. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, so now we have got our array completely category is going to be text. Okay. And so what we're going to do now is actually we're going to put these in functions. Okay. We're going to do a function get post as object. And what we're doing here is we just want to make it really easy to do this. We want to be able to make a command and just do this. Okay, and then we have this bizarre formatting thing here. Okay. This thing's going nuts. Okay, we'll have our DB as a parameter to this. Actually, just to be nitpicky about it, we'll have a get SQL function. Actually, we'll have get post SQL. We will return SQL. Okay. Okay. This actually, this will work quite nicely. Okay, and then we'll return. What this return value does, I'm getting this function, when I call this function, it'll return whatever I tell it to return. Okay, and I'll show you what that means in just a second. So that return. So for instance, if I say, I can say here, instead of posts, actually what I'm going to say posts equals get posts as object DB. Okay, and what I'm doing here is I'm calling this function, I'm passing my database as a parameter. That database gets passed to this function, so my database connection gets passed to the function, and this function queries the database and gives back the result of the database with this return statement. And so now, instead of, back before, let me go back here. Instead of having to type this whole massive thing here, every time I want to pull up my post, I can just call this function one time. Okay, I'll save me from having to ever type it again. Okay, and so this get post SQL. This is just kind of a nice way. It stores my SQL, and you'll see I'll use that to make other functions. Okay, now what we got to do is we've got to put together the components, the items in the components, and we should actually make two functions for this. We'll just make one. Okay, we'll just make one function. We'll say function construct post array. We'll have posts as a parameter. This is a return posts. Okay, this is a terrible function right here with you generally, when you make a function, you want it to do one small thing. Okay, sometimes you're lazy like I am, and it doesn't really matter too much, and you just do stuff like this. So let's see here. Let's get this. All formatted here. Okay, so we'll have this for each loop. That. Okay. These. Okay. Let's put some backspaces in here. I can make a lot of improvements to this function, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay. And then I can make a function that will do all of these. So I can say function get posts array. I'll call this as a DB. Where's my insert button at? Here. And I'll say posts. We'll have return construct post array posts. Okay, I could actually shorten this up. Now, I'll shorten it up in a second, and I know I told you I don't plan these videos in advance. And so here, if you watch what happens here, nothing's going to change, or nothing should change if I've done this right. Instead of saying for each post array, get posts. Get post array. Okay, and this, we should have the exact same output that we had the last time. Yeah, I gotta put my DB parameter in here. I gotta pass on my DB connection. And see, we got the exact same thing. Now, do we have that last time? Get post array. What we've got here. We're returning. Where is this person's? Okay, so we get the value username. Okay, yeah. Okay. So this right here, this is outputting all this. Okay, and so now we've got this function defined. Now I guess for the sake of time, we'll go ahead. We'll start another video now that we got this function defined, and we'll go on and do what we intended to do in this video. We'll do the dynamic HTML construction.